Welcome back. Experts say that being exposed to music at a young age can help kids develop important learning skills that could help performance in school. But unfortunately, not everyone's able to afford it. That's why one organization is asking for your help to donate instruments. Here's NBC4's Danielle Grossman.
Music kind of saved my life in a way.
Music is something most children are exposed to early in life, whether they get the chance to learn how to play or not.
I started playing right around the 5th grade. My school didn't have a music program.
Stephen Ingram's experience with music is just one example of how music can truly shape a child's future.
The music, again, brings us together. It makes us better human beings.
Band teacher at Fort Hays High School, Mark Donovan, has seen the impact being in a band or part of a music group can have on a student.
Well, music changes people's lives.
Music is not always an option for some students because instruments can come with a hefty price tag.
But if we can get an instrument in kids' hands, then we can deal with the repair, we can help with the reeds, the valve oil, the music, the stand. And
that's the goal of Replay, an instrument drive. Cheryl Dring, the classical music director at WOSU, has firsthand seen the program work, so she brought the idea to life here in Columbus.
I did my very first one back after Hurricane Katrina. We collected a bunch of instruments to send back to those musicians down in the 9th Ward.
Each new student exposed to a life filled with music is just another young musician teachers like Stephen can help along the way.
I want to make sure I give back everything that music gave to me and band gave to me. I want to be that person to somebody else.
And Cheryl's here with us this morning to talk about the initiative. I grew up and my family did band, and we did choir and chorus and all of that stuff. We played the French horn. My sister first played it, and then it was hand-me-down to me. So my family, we were able to buy them because we were all going to pass them around.
Right.
We knew that that's exactly why I played the French horn.
Right.
Not everybody can do that, though.
Right, and the instrument you mentioned, French horn, that's an expensive instrument.
That's exactly why I did it.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of times parents don't want to invest in an expensive instrument if they don't know the kids are going to stick with it.
Right.
So that's one thing, but if you think about a lot of families, even the cost of renting an instrument, for a family that's you know, maybe the question is, are we going to pay rent, are we going to buy groceries, or are we going to rent an instrument? But even if they can afford the monthly rental, a lot of times the credit is a problem.
Okay.
So if you wanted to rent it, there's a credit check.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so we have worked with Columbus City Schools, and we collect the instruments and take them to them, figuring they know the needs around the school district.
Sure.
And so there's a central intake there, and they refurbish them and then send them out to the schools that need them. So it really can be life-changing for people. I think the thing that surprised us is how life-changing it is for the people who donate the instruments. They come in and they tell us really moving stories about the instrument and the memories they have with it. There's just a lot of heart. Some tears are shed over those instruments a lot of times as they're donated, so it means a lot.
Yeah, I know our producer was going to donate, this is her clarinet right here on the table, and when she was talking to me about it earlier, she was almost tearing up. I don't know if she knew she was going to actually do it until she just did.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's hard, and you know what though, some people, they hold on to them and then they just end up collecting dust, and it's hard to give them away, but they're not doing anything with them.
I mean, we say if a musical instrument gathers dust and nobody plays it, is it still musical?
Yeah.
I mean, those instruments were really meant to be played, and I think if you sort of think through the emotional attachment and think of it not as separating from this instrument, but giving it new life. Really letting it move along and do what it was meant to do.
You just reminded me of Toy Story for some reason.
Oh, goodness.
Because the toys, the giving of the toys, giving them new life. It's the same idea with instruments. And just curious, are kids requesting, I would like this instrument, and then the process goes from there? Or do you know how that works once it goes to Columbus City Schools?
It varies school to school. Usually it's the band directors.
Okay.
I mean, we saw Stephen Ingram a little bit earlier on, and he's in a school that has has really been working hard to build a program, and he wants a bass clarinet this year.
Yeah.
So if you have a bass clarinet, we can really use that.
Very good.
But the different schools have wish lists, and so that's why it's good that there's a central collection point, because then the coordinators there can look and see what needs there are in what schools and can send the instruments out that way.
Okay, but bottom line, if you have an instrument that is laying around or someone you know is in need of an instrument, you can check out the replay drive. It starts Monday. It ends next Saturday. There are 2 locations that you can visit, WOSU at the Fawcett Center and
CD 1025.
There you go. That's hard to read on a prompter. Right on Front Street. Hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m., Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and that's at WOSU only. Of course, we will have all of this information on our website in case you missed it. It'll be right there under Danielle Grossman's story. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
I hope a lot of people can donate.